Hey everybody, and we're back with 10 minutes on something with Andreas and Rosario. And today I would like to honor that it's the International Women's Day.
Mm.
And let's just get cracking here. And to, I would like to know, Rosario, what does this day mean for you as a woman?
I think it's a very beautiful day, and I think it's fantastic that we had this opportunity to really raise some questions. And it's also very sad that it's necessary, that it is a necessity to have such a day. But today, I really want to invite that we have, as human beings, both of those sides within us. And how can we both, as women and men, give that part of us ourselves more space, more honor, more gratitude? And what if there are some aspects of ourselves that we have missed, that we haven't really connected with, that could be so powerful in the world, even if you are a man? And I think it's very powerful as if we as women also can reconnect with that part of our self and in society. I think that we have been so focused on equality, and I think it's very, very important, of course. But I think the role models are a little bit like a burden for both of us. I
Say
think
it again. Is a
the
burden.
role models that we have had and the definition of man and women has been like a prison for both of us.
Hmm.
So I think it's not just the women that are suppressed by this domination, as we call it. I think the men as well suffer from those stagnant, uh, um, so fixed point of views of what it could be to be a man or a woman.
So you would like actually to expand the focus not just from women, it's also including men a little bit in that equation.
Yes, you are so welcome, and I think it's necessary to actually um, embrace the challenging that we are meeting in this new and also very rapidly changing environment and the world.
Yeah. And for us, since we're both mainly in Sweden and we have Sweden as a base and where Sweden is from the rest of the world is looked upon as very focused on gender equality. So it might be a little bit of a weird, not weird, but different that we're actually looking into more aspects than just from the woman's side, from the women's side, and to include men in this. And there was one thing that's caught my interest here. What you said about equality. Were you referring to, because I really like this definition of equality of chance and there's equality of outcome. They're two very different things. Were you thinking of one of them or just equality in general?
I think the problem we are heading right now is that we haven't really done that definition, what we are talking about. And I think that's part of the confusion that we
Mm.
can also encounter. Uh, so I think I want to also embrace, yes, it's important with rights, but with rights, there are some responsibilities as well.
Mm.
And I think we have to raise those also.
Mm.
Uh, and that equality doesn't mean same.
It doesn't mean.
that we are the same.
No, we're not the same.
So
Exactly.
we can still be unique and still be of equal value.
Yes. Because neither one of us, the two of us, believe that women and men are the same. We're different. And the beauty is to invite that difference, but never, ever, ever compromise with equal right. Because that's unspoken, that's a birthright, that we have equal rights. But we're not the same. We have different brain structures, and that's undebatable. Yeah.
And yes, and I also think it's very important that you start as your own foundation with a gender, and then to really mature as a human being is also to embrace the other so-called gender, that we are in a sense have both of them within us. So when we can actually start to understand that, and when those two aspects are in ourselves can start to collaborate, it's going to be easier to actually collaborate with other relations in our in family, workplace, or whatever. So I think it's an important aspect of human evolution.
So what you were mentioning a little bit about how to connect a bit in the beginning of our talk. So what's the advice from you to women out there to do that connection?
I think it's an advice to both men and women to give the inner space and inner world some more attention. So what happens when you start actually to listen deeper within yourself? And what happens when you understand the needs behind the emotions on a deeper level? It's a huge wisdom in that space. I think it's that introspection of oneself and where you are at life at this moment. I think that it's a beautiful day to do that and to connect with nature.
But if someone wants to be a little bit more, how should I put that, more not constructive, I'm using that for lack of words. My English is not up to speed this today, obviously. But like, how do I do it? Basically, it's one thing going out to nature and connect to nature. Yes. But if I feel an urge to connect to myself in an inner way, but really I lack the tools. What do I do? Let's make it simple. Should they just pop us an email and ask, and we can help them out?
I almost was into that. It would take one of our programs. I think it's easier than we understand. It's actually to take some time off. Just take some time off and don't do anything, and do that for 5 minutes.
Yeah. The reflection.
As simple as that. A little reflection time.
Yeah.
With no other disturbances.
Yeah.
And you can combine those two. How about doing that out in nature?
Yeah. So the really simple suggestion and tool here is actually, we have it all inside. Take 5 minutes off, and preferably in nature, yes, and connect with how do I feel internally.
Yes. Because I think that is the problem, that we have disconnected with this part in ourselves. We are disconnected with that part in society. We have disconnected with that wisdom within the female aspect. And we are starting to reconnect with that, and it's really beautiful for all of us.
Yeah. And so that we need to wrap up here. 10 minutes goes fast when you and I talk. It's so fun each time to realize, like, whoops, 10 minutes is gone. But to wrap it up, it's actually our gift in our message today is actually, yes, it's great that women all over the globe is reconnecting and joining in groups, and we go do that. But also take 5 minutes and reconnect with yourself.
Allow yourself to be vulnerable. Allow yourself to be receptive.
And listen within. And 5 minutes is quite enough to get started. Cool.
Okay.
So, yeah, thank you for listening. And please do share or comment down here. And send us an email if there's something specific.
How do you celebrate this day?
Yes, we would love to hear that. How do you celebrate it? Alone with your sisters or perhaps with other men? And that would be wonderful if we could all celebrate this day together, because it is togetherness. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Bye.
Stoppa.